when is this wind going to leave us? And when is it going to get warmer so we don't have to worry about things like ice falling onto cars?
This weekend, it warms up a little bit. We get above 40. And also, we're going to get rid of some of the wind tomorrow.
Define warmed up, people.
40. 40 is the threshold.
All right, we'll take that.
When we look at the coldest days this winter, though, the coldest of the cold, the average temperature 32 below, this compares to 2015. That's how cold it's been this winter. That's saying something. The coldest winter in 10 years in this respect, right? When we're averaging it out, it's not as cold as 2015 when you average the actual days. But when you look at the core coldest days, 45, that's saying something. The average temperature 32 or below. So how about the snowfall? We haven't had any blockbusters in Boston, but we have kind of needled our way through things. The last two storms, 5.4 and 5.5, 5.2 back on the 20th, right before Christmas. So it's been somewhat snowy. We're still below normal, though, in the snowfall department. Cold days late into the week, and then that warm up close to 40 degrees by the weekend. A glancing shot of the storm at sea on Thursday, and a bright weekend. Finally, not looking at a storm, but we're still busy with the wind. Those gusts over 20 miles an hour, close to 30. Feels like forecast for tomorrow isn't all that awesome. It's still in the teens. So if you're working outside, like our friend Pancho, then it will be pretty cold, and it will feel that way. So make sure you're dressed appropriately, and that's obvious, right, at this point in the winter. I don't need to tell you that. You've lived in New England all your life, or most of your life, maybe, most of our viewers. And the single digits are possible in some of the suburbs. We are seeing the chance for those winds collapsing and that temperature just bottoming out first thing in the morning right before sunrise. And then we go into the 20s for the next 2 days. Thursday, with that snow nearby, it's 29. And then Friday, we may crack freezing. Now, our storm system is down into Texas, coming towards the Arklatex and going into, it looks like, southern Illinois. The tracks on that bring it right south of the Delmarva. So it's pretty far away. It never really gets that close. But what it does is creates an environment for snow here in New England. It's called ocean effect. Maybe you heard that before. And honestly, you know, Nantucket may be close enough to the storm, just bona fide general snow. But this is mostly ocean effect that the guidance is showing us here in the South Shore and Cape Cod, too. And those bands may get a little intense underneath that storm system or nearby that storm system because the upper levels are pretty cold. And then we'll get back into the sunshine on Friday, too. The winds are not strong behind this storm system. I want to stress that point. It's breezy, but it's not intense. 1 to 3 on the Cape and Martha's Vineyard. And there it is, the 3 to 5 range just for you, Nantucket. 3 to 5 there. And then less than an inch if we see scattered coatings on the South Shore. I think we'll be lucky. Now, the chances are slim for any storm over the weekend, but then we get into next week and things get not busy, but a little bit more active, and it's hard to put our finger on what's going on. There are a lot of small weather systems coming through, a couple of rain showers. Sure, we're in the 40s. We seem to hold in the 40s at least through Wednesday. It might be a 3 for there, a 4 for 40 plus. That's a big deal. And then maybe some rain and snow on Thursday. Timing and intensity of that precipitation is still up in the air. We're back after that.